Hello. Okay, hi. Hello. What's up? Yay. 20 subscribers. We did it. Oh. It's big exciting. We're getting traction, moving forward. To be honest, I'm just doing this because I like making stuff, but I don't really feel like producing a full-on sketch right now, but I just wanted to make a thing. So I've decided that for big milestones, I've decided that I'm going to do a little special where I tell you something embarrassing about myself. We're gonna do an embarrassing little story time. Heyo. We'll call the last one for 10, and this one's going to be for 20. That was 4. It was the first one. It was a little treat, a little peekaboo. You hoes, don't act like I don't see you. According to my calculations, about 63% of you watching my videos aren't subscribed. How does that work, sisters? So you better hit that subscribe button. Hit it. And who knows, maybe once I get some more, I hit my next milestone, I'll tell you a juicier tidbit. Ooh. So, hit it. Right. Let's dive in. So if you don't know me, my name is Isaiah Johnson. I am 20 years old, and because it's important to this story, I have never had any sort of romantical interactions at all. Haven't texted anybody. You know, when that talking stage, haven't had that. Haven't been on a date, haven't been kissed, haven't had a significant other of any sort of way, whatever. You know, is it my greatest shame? Yes. Do I talk about it all the time? Also yes. Am I just gonna have to be okay with that? Unfortunately. But you know, we're not here to talk about my sadness. What we're here to talk about is the time I was the most embarrassing person on earth. What happened was, as I am in college, there are college parties. And at said college parties, you know, sometimes there are beverages. Water, juice, pop, if you will. You could say, at this point, I was sufficiently hydrated, as one could say, very hydrated. I had drunken a lot of water, and you know, sometimes when you get a little hydrated, you know, it gives you the energy to get a little loose, get a little frisky. Of course, this was a Valentine's Day party, and what that means at my school, which is a school full of nerdy theater kids, it's a themed party, and the theme is lingerie, because we're also all scandalous, and we have no shame. At the time, I was with my friend. Let's call him Craig. Me and Craig were really good friends at this time. Did a lot of stuff together. It was a fun time. The day before, neither of us had any lingerie. We went lingerie shopping. It was great. And by lingerie, we got weird boxer brief stuff and a robe. If I can find a picture, I'm not gonna put it here because that's embarrassing. Ugh. Although I did look bomb as hell. Although, who knows. As a woman, it was an odd time for me. You know, growing, changing, learning. But you know, as a female, biological woman, it was weird. Anyway, anywho, back on story. So we did all that, And then we ended up going to the party. He had driven me there. It was great. But of course, I had a big old crush on Craig. Because your girl's an idiot. Oh, the times. But the story really starts after the party. Because, you see, I had planned this all out. Because, like, I was at the point where I was like, you know what? Whatever. We're just gonna go all out. We're gonna throw it out the window. I'm a grown woman. I can do this. And honestly, this is annoying to me. At the time I was, oh God, I was 18 at the time. Ooh. I was 18. I was sad. I was lonely. And I thought it was cute, so I went, why not? Let's go for it. Shoot the patootie. Shoot the patootie. Wow, what does that mean? Okay, so I shot the patootie. I was planning on doing it at the ride home. But of course, because this is me, it did not go to plan. So what ended up happening was we were about to roll up, and a friend of ours, honestly, a closer friend of his, at the time, a closer friend of his, I love her, and we're closer now, but at the time, I honestly didn't really know her that well. I loved her. Well, ew, that made it sound bad, no. If you're watching this, you're great, and I love you, and you'll know who you are. I'll call you Rebecca. Ooh, Rebecca, sultry. No, Rebecca's great. We love Rebecca. But didn't really know her all that well at the time. But he did. And she needed a ride home. And you see, that was an issue for me. Because I was planning on doing it on the way home. Right as I was getting dropped off. So I was like, okay, whatever. She'll probably get dropped off first. Don't worry. And then he was like, okay, Isaiah, we're gonna drop you off first, because Rebecca, almost said her real name, ew, Rebecca lives near me, so it's fine, whatever. And I was screaming. Not really. In my head, I was screaming. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this tonight now. But you see, I have ADHD. I'm a very impulsive person, and I was just hydrated enough to make a fool of myself. Now, if you remember correctly, this was a lingerie party, so at the time, I was in, briefs, boxer briefs, that honestly came up to, they were, up to, here. They were small, because I was a hoe. And no shirt, I was wearing a color matched little silk robe, give me a little ooh. Was not dressed for any sort of confrontation. Luckily, I had brought clothes to change into, because I lived on campus at this point, and the only way for me to get dropped off to my dorm, no matter what, I would have to walk a minimum of 3 minutes. It was a 3-minute walk to any point where you could drop me off, because my dorm was in the middle of the buildings. So luckily I had brought pants, but I didn't have a shirt. So I was sitting in the back of his car, shirtless, with just a robe on and these sweatpants. And we had pulled up to the sidewalk. And I went, this is happening, isn't it? It's happening. So I took a breath. And at the time, because of how it all worked out, I was sitting in the back seat, Rebecca was in the passenger seat, and Craig was driving. So I went, Rebecca, I reached up from the back and went, Rebecca, I need you to not remember anything that happened. Just don't pay attention, don't worry about it, it's fine. And me, in my hydrated state, was like, yeah, no, she's got it. Like, she's a non-factor now. Because, and honestly, she's a great person because she's never brought it up to me before. Thank you for that if you're watching, but because that's embarrassing that I did this, especially in front of you. Sorry you had to do that. But I was like, hey, Craig, I remember like reaching around and I was like, hey, just so you know, I like you. Bye. And I threw open the door, and my plan was to book it, to run, and like never have to face the consequences of my actions, because that's who I am. I'm a little coward. I'm a coward, is what I am. That was the plan. But what happened was, of course, things have a way of blowing up in my face. Like anytime anything like good-ish happens in my life, about 30 seconds later, they will find a way to destroy me, which is fun. Of course, there was a windbreaker in the back seat. And what I had not noticed was I had managed to tangle myself up in the windbreaker. So I'm trying to run, but my legs are stuck. My solution was, instead of just being like, oh God, this is embarrassing, was to reach down and try to untangle my feet while loudly yelling, I'm running, I'm not here right now, I'm running away, don't look at me, stop, I'm not here right now, I'm running. Because I didn't want to face the consequences of my actions, and I was tied up in a windbreaker in the back seat. I finally got out after what felt like years. And I look over and I just see both of them looking at me, and I went, run, run, ho, run. So I throw the windbreaker, I get out, slam the car door, and then I just start booking it to my dorm. And that wasn't enough for me, so I fully, 2 middle fingers out, booking it, flipping off the world behind me, and I was screaming as I ran away, both middle fingers up, living my absolute worst life. It was honestly probably one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done. So that's fun. And now it's on the internet for everyone to know. But it was funny. It was funny. Obviously, because of the fact I told you at the beginning of this video, it didn't work out. But also, that was literally, oh my God, that was so bad. I don't blame anyone for not being into that. Because she was sloppy. She was not clean. But, you know, it happened. It happened. The past is the past. Oh God, that's embarrassing. Why am I the person I am? That's my question. God. That is the story of, honestly, one of the most embarrassing times of my life. But thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. This was fun. God. Why am I the worst? Well, if anybody wants to hook a girl up with a significant other, you know, give a girl a call. Boop, 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 boop. What's up? How are we going? I'm lonely. Oh, bye.